welcome back to the channel. It is Saturday, June 18. And I just accepted my first order of the day, which is $25 for 0.8 miles. But it is 31 items for pavilions, but the items are, and I have delivered to that girl before, I remember her. So she wants 7 eggplants, 10 organic vine ripe tomatoes, 6 jalapeno peppers, 6 sweet banana peppers, and 2 yellow onions. Those are the items. I'm not really sure about the eggplants because she does want 7 of them and I don't remember. I don't know if they're gonna have 7, but we will see. Basically it's all produced, so hopefully everything is in stock. Alright, shopping's done. She's 2 minutes away. So I had to refund banana peppers because she was just not answering, and I waited like 5 minutes. I texted her, I called her, and nothing. So at this point I can't really like waste my time. And I went through the express lane because I didn't have a lot of items, and all of the other lanes were kind of like full and packed with people with like 3 billion items in their cart. And it ended up taking me like so long because it was the Squidward cashier, and basically she took so long to bag the items. Literally it was 7 bags, like 3 bags for the eggplants, 1 bag for the
GPS signal lost,
1 bag for the peppers, and 1 bag for the onions, and 1 bag for the tomatoes. Sorry, so 3 jalapeno onions. It was 6 bags overall, and she took like maybe 5-7 minutes for the entire transaction to do. And there was a dude behind me, I think he had 1 item, and he was looking at me like he was mad or something, and I was like, dude, it's not my fault if she's taking so freaking forever to put everything in the bags. Like, what do you want me to do? And you know when they look at you like up and down, and I was like, what do you want me to say? Like, please and thank you. So that's done. And then when I arrived at the parking lot, some dude parked literally next to me. So usually I like to park when there is nobody around me, so I can open my passenger's door and I can put everything in the bag like I want to. But no, obviously somebody had to park here because that's what happens to me all the freaking time. There's always somebody to be in my way. I was putting the items in the bag like at the back of the car because I didn't have any space, and obviously this dude, and my passenger's door was open, and this dude arrived at the same time, and he was like, I was like, yeah, like next time just park somewhere else. Like, why do you have to park next to somebody when it's not like the parking lot is crowded? Honestly, if it was crowded, I would be like, well, whatever. But it was not, so I was like, why do you have to do that? But anyway, I am 1 minute away, and hopefully it's an easy drop off. Last time it was. So okay, so let me go. This was delivered. I think she tried to call me earlier, but I was checking out, so I didn't see that she actually tried to call me. Sorry, I mean, I waited 5 minutes for the peppers, but at this point there's nothing more I can do, let's say. Like, you know what I mean? I can't, like, if you're not answering, there's nothing that I can do. Start. So yeah, it was an easy delivery. The only thing is, it was a leave at my door, but I knew that last time she came out, and basically there were people in the garden, and the doorbell was not working. So I was like, I'm gonna leave it at the gate because it's like, it's not like literally on the street. So it would have been like hidden with like the car and all of that. And I was about to send her a message anyway to be like, hey, I've left it there. But I mean, I tried to ring the doorbell, but it didn't work. And she called me back, and I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, I just left it there. But do you want me to wait for you? Or because I know sometimes people, they're like, no, just wait for me because it's not safe to leave the items outside. But can I go? Freaking hell. But basically, took me what? From start to finish, maybe 25 minutes, maybe 30 minutes with like, because I had to wait at checkout and I had to wait for her to answer and I had to call her upon like arrival. So yeah, maybe 30 minutes. It's still $25 and she did tip $4. She tips pretty poorly, but every time she orders like a bunch of items. So I think the base pay was $21. Yeah, okay. The base pay was $21 because she had 31 individual items. And that's why, because I saw her name last time, but she didn't order that many items, so the base pay was like $6. So I think the base pay is depending on the number of items and also the number of miles, I guess, but not this one because this one was not even a mile, so I don't know. But it's still $25 in 30 minutes. Just accepted an order for Smart and Final. I don't know if I'm gonna regret it or not. We will see in like maybe an hour. It's worth 37 items and 8 miles, but I am 5 miles away from the store, first of all. And I checked, and it's Graham's crackers, mayonnaise, 10 peaches, 6 white peaches, half and half milk, tater treats, gold potatoes, pasta. What is this? Castello den? What is that? Oh, it's cheese? Castello. Carrots, green onion, celery seeds, red cabbage, plain yogurt, sour cream, roasted peppers, hearts of palm, artichokes, and hot sauce. So it is a lot of items, but again, it's apart maybe from like the potatoes and the milk. I don't think it's gonna be too much of a hustle, especially it's a house. They gave me the gate code and they said to leave the items at the right of the garage and ring the doorbell. So hopefully, my only concern is why are you waiting for me to arrive? Like, what's up with you people? Like, you see somebody arrive and you just wait for them to arrive so you can go. Just go. My only concern is that the store might be a bit crowded, and from what I've seen last time, the aisles are not that big, and yes. Yeah, well, I would like to go, please. The hell? Somebody turning left is just turning in front of us. Like, hell no, you gotta wait. Okay, shopping's done. It took me 40 minutes to shop. Roughly, I think. And I did waste some time with the Graham crackers, with the Teddy Graham crackers that were not in stock. Gate code is blah blah blah. We are the last house straight down the drive. Please leave items at the door to the right of the garage and ring the doorbell. code, and they were indeed at the end of the driveway. And he told me to leave the bags at the door on the right of... Wait, can I get out? Yeah. I was like, is this gonna open? So yeah, I took my picture. He asked me to ring the doorbell, which I did. We are out. The view is so beautiful. I don't think you guys can see. This is such a shame because it's such an amazing view. I would love to live here, but I'm not a billionaire, so I don't. It took me roughly an hour and 15 minutes for this delivery because first of all I was 10 minutes from the store, and it did take me 10-15 minutes to come here, so a good 25 minutes driving, and then 40 minutes, a good 40 minutes to shop and go through checkout. Dollars. He tipped $7. I know it's not amazing, but you know, the base pay was high, so that's kind of good. It's still $32, and honestly, I can't complain. The store was not crowded at all. $57 in 2 orders. I don't think I can complain. It is almost 8 p.m. though. It is 7:51, and the sun is setting. So I'm gonna go back to Pavilions, and hopefully I continue on my streak of good orders. All right, so I picked up a $13 order while I was in Pavilions, buying some stuff for myself, and it was for 2 items: organic strawberry and organic blueberries, which literally took me 3 seconds and a half to find. And it took me a good 10 minutes to go through checkout because there were only 2 registers open, and they were both like packed. And the one I chose, those ladies, they had like they had like a full cart of groceries. Like, I kid you not, like 1 billion bananas, watermelon, and whatever. So it did take a while. So now I am on my way to the customer. Is it a she? I don't know, Heidi. I think I've delivered to her. I'm not sure. She is 4 minutes away, and to leave at my door. It is an apartment, and I have no gate code, so we will see. Okay, that was delivered. I did not realize that there was a $5 peak pay. Like, what the hell? I have never seen peak pay in my area. And tonight they put, it was supposed to be $1 peak pay. And when I confirmed delivery, it was $5 peak pay. I was like, what? So that made this order $13. I mean, can't complain because it was only 2 items, and it took me what, 20 minutes? Because I had to call her because basically she didn't give me any directions in the delivery notes, and I took a picture of the call box, but basically they have like this really fancy call box where it lets you search through the directory, and it's all fancy and stuff, but her name wasn't in there. So I was like, well, that's cool and all, but who are you? And then I called somebody because her last name was beginning with K, and there were 2 people with the name beginning like with K. So I called them, and she was like, nah, that's not us. And I was like, okay. And then I called her again, and she was like, oh, can you buzz such and such? And he was like, oh, actually I can buzz her in. So I was like, that's perfect. And then she opened the door, so I didn't have to search for the apartment. But that's the first time I see a call box like this. And you know, it doesn't let you search by apartment number, and that's the problem. I was like, you know, in my head, if they don't give me delivery notes, I always go to the call box and I search by apartment number, you know. But you couldn't. So you could enter a delivery pin, you could enter the name, and you could buzz the leasing agent or the manager. So I was like, well, none of those actually apply to me. But yeah, I guess now it's done. I'm gonna go back to Pavilions and hopefully I get more orders with a $5 peak pay. Hopefully I get shop and deliver. All right, so just got an order for $16. I have delivered to Latea before. I know where she lives. She wants 4 things: Cheetos, Coca-Cola, Häagen-Dazs, and beef. So hopefully everything is in stock. Hopefully we can get this done in like 10 minutes. With the $5 peak pay, this order is great, because without it, it would be $11. But she lives really, really close, so it's still a good order. But with $5 peak pay, obviously, it's an extremely good order. All right, that's done. 15 minutes from start to finish, mainly because the beef was not where it was supposed to be. Like they said, so basically there is some meat in aisle 6 or 7, I don't remember. Aisle 7. And then you have the meat and the fish, like, you know, the fresh meat and all of that. And when it's in the aisle, it tells you it is in the aisle. And this time it was like, it's not this volume that I want. And this time it was like with the fish and with the fish and meat. And I was like, all right. So I went all the way back to the back of the store, because that's where it is usually when it says this. And I could not find it, and it's such like a specific packaging. I was like, it's not here, like I've never seen it here. And then I went to aisle 7 and it was there. I was like, okay. And then for the Coke, so basically it's like the individual small bottles, and they are like just before the checkout lanes, so that was easy. They were like 1 billion people at checkout, and they only had one checkout lane open, which is always like this at that time of the day, I mean night. And it's, you know, it's like they are, I don't know what's up with the bags, but they don't have any bags. So the guys, there were like 2 people in front of me, and he was checking out 2 guys who had like 1 billion bottles and stuff, and he didn't have anyone to bag the items. Oh Lord. He didn't have anyone to bag the items, and then he had to leave to grab some bags because they don't have any more plastic bags. It was only paper bags. And I think he's the manager. I don't know if he saw me being like annoyed, searching for another register, or if he was like, hey, it's taking too long. But he opened a checkout lane, and then I was done in 2 minutes. So it's just like frustrating sometimes when exactly what happened earlier, like I had 2 items and I was behind like a gazillion items. And delivered. Took me what, 5 minutes to go there. And I know where her apartment is, because I've been there several times. And so the $5 peak pay should be over. Yeah, no more peak pay, so that's nice that I was able to snatch this order. She does tip pretty well, honestly. Her order was like $19 for me and $21 for her, I think, and she tipped $4.50. She always tips pretty well. It's just she's so close. The base pay usually is low, so without the $5 peak pay, her order would have been $11.25. So I mean, it's still a pretty good base pay compared to regular food delivery. But for shop and deliver, the thing is, her shop and deliver, it's never too many items. Usually it's gonna be Coke and vanilla ice cream, and then 1 or 2 or 3 other things. Like, it's never gonna be too complicated, you know. So and it's easy to park in her street. Not because there is parking, but because there is nobody. There is no traffic at all in that street. So even if there is no parking, you can safely just park for, it's gonna take you 3.5 seconds to go there. Her apartment is literally in front of the door. You go up the stairs and it's there. So honestly, her order, usually she orders like several times a week, and it's always nice. It's easy to find, so you know, can't complain. So it is 9:37 right now. I'm not really sure what to do. It's slow. Like, I guess, I don't know if it's the peak day or whatever, but it's really, really slow.